What is up, guys? It is Friday. Actually, it's Thursday, but you guys will be seeing this Friday. Just wanted a lot to talk about this week because the shows are finally back in the States. Obviously, there have been the Taiwan Pro and the other shows that have been overseas, but finally, we have the shows back in the States. Super excited to go over these shows with you guys. We have the Republic of Texas Pro, which is an insanely stacked lineup. The Portugal Pro, who's got a bunch of athletes on there, but there's probably just one dude that outclasses everyone else. And then the Brazil Pro, we're going to go over that just a little bit. Not too many familiar names, but let's head into the video, guys, and let's just get right into it. So, what is up, guys? We have a few shows lined up. We have the Portugal Pro, the Republic of Texas Pro, and the Brazil Pro. We're going to start things off real quick. Just because I'm not very familiar with the Brazilians on this list. The Brazil Pro, we have this lineup here. I don't know anybody here, and I looked up a few of them. Melky Ono and Marvando Hermes da Silva. Those two have competed in the show before. Haven't placed the best, unfortunately, in this show. But I'm sure we're going to find some crazy athlete out of Brazil. One, it's Brazil. Keep that in mind. And last year, they put a lot of names out there as well. Edwin Palmeira won this event last year. He came 5th in the world. Then you had Vinicius, Mateus, Emmanuel Costa, and Vitor Chavez. Like, that's how crazy this lineup was and how good these dudes are coming out. That Vitor came in 4th here. So, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of crazy names coming there. Good luck to everyone at the Brazil Pro. Let's move along. So, I got to talk about this, guys. I got to talk about this because when I saw the lineup, insane. Let's just, first we got a bunch of athletes, so let's just go over this list. If I butcher names, obviously I'm sorry. We have Wagner Abreu, Zachary Bacon, Stephen Cow, Marcus Champion, Ryan Clark, Travis Cleveland, Andrew J. David, Daryl Dorsey, Brandon Downs, Jorge Gonzalez or George Gonzalez, Lee Harvey, George or Jorge Hernandez, Xavier Hunter, which I believe is the Junior USA's overall champion. That is Ben Quill's guy, Jason Hugh, Mehdi Kabaj, Dylan Lin, Luis Alonso Leon, Paul Mateosi, Riche Maynard, Javier Mullings, Alex Noel, Jeremy Potvin, Ramses Rams, Sebastian Gomez Rodriguez, Steven Rogers, Justo Scott, Mario Stewart, Mofi Tilopi. I believe he won his class because it's the only way to turn pro at Junior USA's. Not Junior USA's. Oh my God. Junior Nationals. Sorry. So this is his debut as well. Cordell Wadi, Chris Walding, and Damarjinsi T. White. That is our lineup. Bunch of guys. Obviously, showed you guys this in the last video. And just showed you a sneak peek. Obviously, some names added. Super excited to see this lineup. Right off the bat, I'm going to give you guys 8. No, I'll give you 7 guys and 1 extra, I guess, that I see here being in the first call out, because it's going to be a big first call out with that many guys. So we got Potvin, we got Javar Mullings, Ramsey Rams, we got Mehdi Kabai, we got Ryan Clark, we got Stephen Cow, we got Jason Wynn, we have what is that, 6? That's 7. And then I gonna throw out maybe like Daniel Dorsey or something, something like that. So 8th guy could be really anyone. I do believe those 7 though are coming out smoking. Those 7 are gonna be in the first call out, I believe. Keep in mind, this is Tyler Mannion is going to be judging the show. So if you guys are familiar with how he judges, he likes more of the aesthetic than the soft look that some people may have gotten away with. So I'm gonna go over my top 5, and it's gonna be some hitters, man. So I'm gonna go in order my top 5, and then I'll throw in the dark horses. Obviously, the dark horses are the people that I did not list in my top 5. But first, at number 5, I'm gonna have to go with Mehdi Kabaj. I think his placement at the body B1, where he recently came like 6th, I believe, is not gonna reflect here, saying that he's won 2 shows Tyler's judged before. Tyler does love his physique. Mehdi has an absolutely crazy physique from the front. If you look at Mehdi, great physique. He can be a little bit more bubbly, very bubbly though. Little bit more upper chest. That's always going to be some of the feedback, is the chest has to match the shoulders and the delts. But where Mehdi wins shows and what he does best and what he got known for, honestly, last year, is this back is absolutely insane. The detail, the thickness, it's a beautiful back, and probably one of the best in up there. It's going to be one of the best up there at the Republic of Texas, and that's for sure. So that's why I have Mehdi coming in at 5. And I'm going to just say this now, guys. Anyone in that first call out pretty much can win this show. It's so open, this show, and I'm super excited to see. Unless Mehdi wins, we have a new Olympian. So we're just going to say that. Now, number 4, Javar Mullings. I talked about him in a previous video, guys. If you recall, I threw him in there waiting for him to step into a show. He's stepping into the show and nobody even knew he was pulling up to this show. So it's going to be real interesting to see how he does at this show, because he doesn't have the best conditioning, I would say. His back definitely looks insane, and his posing is good. I mean, I've went over this before, guys. So, but he just has to come in absolutely peeled, and I don't know if Javar Mullings can really do that. He also is a heavier guy. It looks like he's a heavier guy. Like, he packs on a lot of muscle on his frame. So I have no idea if he's going to be docked for this, and how Tyler's going to see this. But that's why I think he'll be 4th, is because of the weight. But his structure is so crazy. He looks insane. So if Javar wins, keep in mind, he was 11th at the Olympia, or 12th. He's a great competitor, guys. Don't think he just can't win this show. But it's just the criteria is changing a little bit. They say it isn't. It is, though. So number 3, Stephen Cowell. I do believe Stephen, he has one of the best, not structures, but he just looks great. Great abs, great delts, great arms. And then his back is really, really good, especially for an Asian competitor, where backs usually are the knock on Asian competitors. And Steven has an absolutely great back. The thickness, the detail. The only thing he lacks in is that upper chest, where his upper chest doesn't really compete with the others in this lineup. It's going to be hard to see him with Javar Mullings, because Javar's structure is so crazy. And the only thing I can see is they dock, like I said, Javar for his size. But Stephen Cowell, obviously multi-time Olympian, looks great, came 2nd at the DC Pro. And can he win the show? Of course, but the upper chest I just don't think will compete with the other 2 guys I have ahead of him. So I have number 2, Ramses Rams. If you guys aren't familiar with who he is, this man is always, listen to me, always in the first call out. So he's always in the first call out, comes in full, comes in peeled, and always looks insane. And from what I've heard from other pros, when you see him in person, keep in mind, guys, when you see these photos online and these videos or the live streams, it's a lot different in person because you're not seeing really all the veins and all the detail in the muscles. I've heard people just be in shock about Ramses's physique. Like, he's got a lot of muscle to his physique, a lot of pop, and he hasn't been keeping many updates on this show as much as he has the others. So I think he really locked in for this show. And can he win this show? Like I said, with everyone in this first call, yes, they can win the show. But Ramses has a more complete package all around. So it's going to be tough to beat Ramses at this show. It's just, unfortunately, I think there's one person that I have in this lineup that can beat him, that just looks really on right now. And there's one thing that separates him from everyone else that you cannot teach. It is genetics. And in this sport, it will always come down to genetics because everybody's working 120%. So Ramses, I do believe you are going to take second at this show, and the winner is Potvin, Jeremy Potvin, coming back, guys. Last time we saw him was at the Chicago Pro in 2020, and he lost to Nick KU. He's making his return, and if you guys haven't been following Jeremy on Instagram, go follow him on Instagram. He's updating, dude. He's been updating his prep for 6 weeks out, like, daily, and he is looking crazy. Obviously, he's a little flat because, you know, he's got a couple days out, he's carbon up. But the thing with Jeremy that I pointed out you cannot teach, that makes him just different, is that waist. If you look at this waist from the, look at this, the waist from the back is insane. When they turn to the back and you see this waist, guys, it makes his back look huge. Now, his back is huge, the details there, everything, the delts. He's got the upper chest. It's honestly crazy because I think he beats Diogo. Like, that's how good Jeremy Potvin's physique looks now. Is he's got that bubbliness to him, and he fits right in the criteria of what Tyler Mannion's looking for. I believe he'll probably step on stage around 158, maybe even lighter. So I see Jeremy taking the show. The waist is just going to be different for him, and it's really going to separate him from the other guys. And sometimes that's what it comes down to. And if I had to put money on it, I would say Jeremy's taking this show. But I can see everyone else winning the show that I mentioned prior. So it's not like I'm counting anyone out. Anyone, you got to be on the day at that time you step on stage. That's the thing. And those that aren't get knocked down. We've seen it earlier this year. No one's entitled to anything. You got to earn your right. So that's my top 5. The dark horses I got, Ryan Clark. I believe he can be a dark horse. Great physique. Here's his posing from the Body B1, which he came in 5th, I believe. He looks fantastic. His front shot's amazing. Like, he looks amazing from the front. The great posing. The obliques are popping out. The only thing, it's not even a knock, and it's nothing you can, like, really do, unfortunately, is I don't know if he got surgery or something, but if you look at his left lat, you can see that there is something that's happening there that is ruining the, like, detail in his back. And if it is a surgery or something along those lines, unfortunately, that is something that you just cannot get past. And he looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but they're not going to compensate for that in the pro league. So I do believe Ryan Clark will make that first call out. In the top 5, maybe I would love for him to prove me wrong. I just love when people step up to the plate. So next up is Jason. Jason, I heard, has went from 188 at the Body B Classic, and now he's stepping on stage at 170. So he's really streamlined his physique, lost 18 pounds, which is weird because he competed not too long ago and lost 18 pounds. So I'm not sure how this is really going to look on stage. He looks great here. Obviously, it's Instagram, and you can't take that as factual. So we'll see what happens with him. But he's also in there and in the running. So those are the guys I've really got at the Republic of Texas. I think it's going to be an absolutely crazy show. It's loaded. Cannot wait to finally see a show come back and see who shows out at that show. So that's going to be it on that. Next, we're going to discuss the Portugal Pro. This is going to be the lineup. I'm not going to go over this just because I don't know how long this video has been, and it might be running a little long. So here's the lineup. Some names that stick out: Dario Belloli, Luca Biolo, Omar, I can't say his name. Who else? Frank You got Jinbo Lee. I believe he won last year the Asian Grand Prix or the Taiwan Pros, one of the two. Who else is in here? You got Sidi Pouye and Emil Walker. Those are like the big names I see. The guy I was mentioning at the beginning of the show, Sidi Pouye should just win this show, guys, unless he comes extremely off. He just won the Italy Pro. He's played super well on the rest of the shows this year. And I don't think anyone can stand up there next to his structure and the muscle bellies he has. Unless it's Emil Walker, but I don't know because I haven't seen Emil Walker very much. But personally, Sidi Pouye will win. First call out, probably like Sidi Pouye, Emil Walker, Jimbo Lee, Frank and then like Luca and Omar, somewhere along those lines. It could be, I don't know too many of these guys, so I don't want to count anyone out. It's just I'm not very familiar with it. I do believe City takes this show though, guys. So that's my perspective on that. So those are the three shows wrapping up that we have this weekend: the Republic of Texas, Portugal Pro, and the Brazil Pro. Crazy shows. They're all coming back. I'm happy about it. So next week we got the Atlantic City, and I don't know what else there is. I don't know. Oh, Vancouver Pro is next week as well. So those two shows are going to be crazy. After that, Chicago Pro, I'm going there. Like I said, guys, if you are going out, please message me on Instagram or something. I will love to meet up with you guys, talk to you guys. I could talk about men's physique for hours. Like, I mean, I have already. I do this channel, and on top of that, I talk to a bunch of guys. I'm just passionate about this. I love the sport, and just trying to be there to inform and give coverage to the sport, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't. It really helps me out. The videos have been doing really well, guys. I appreciate that, and it helps me out a lot. Seeing that, it makes me motivated to make the videos more and more, and I'm going to try to improve the quality of the videos, every single video. So thank you, guys, and let's see. Best of luck to everyone on the weekend. Let's see who we talk about on Monday, guys. Tuesday. My bad. Take care.